Welcome back to TCAP Disc Golf. Today, I'm going to be telling you guys about a little company called Premier Discs, which is a company out of South Dakota, and they have these two molds, which I personally think are the best P2 type putters since the P2. They feel very similar to the P2, and they also have another disc, which is the War Pigeon, which is very P3X like. So I wanted to come out here to Ridgewater College and give you guys a little look at this smaller company, again from South Dakota. Not many people know about them, but they make really great plastic, and I'd love to get their word out. So if you like the video, please feel free to like and subscribe. Let's get to the video. All right, so go over their lineup. The P2 like putter they have is called the War Dove. I have two different versions. I have their baseline plastic, and then I have what's like their S-line equivalent in this beautiful white. And then I have the War Pigeon, which is again like the P3X kind of disc. All three are pretty overstable, War Pigeon definitely being the most overstable. But yeah, let's get to the video. We're gonna start here with a little 230-foot hyzer down the hill. A little bit of headwind, so it'll really give us an idea of how the stability is like. Holding the hyzer really nice. Definitely too far to the left of the basket. I did not think it was gonna hold on that long. Gonna give the War Pigeon a shot now. Threw on a little bit of anhyzer. Fighting out really nicely. Keep dropping and going. Woo! Okay, I like that. So like I said, Premier Disc is a small company out of South Dakota. They like to sponsor a lot of tournaments around where I'm from. They do a lot of disc sales through like local companies of mine. Overall, they make a really solid product. I really love what they have going on. They've got a brand new fairway driver that I don't quite have my hands on yet, but it's a nice understable fairway driver. And overall, they're rounding out their lineup really well. They've got these putters down lock. This P2 copy is absolutely fantastic. It's nice and shallow, kind of like the original Innova made P2s were, and I think a lot of people who threw the original, I'm not even gonna bother putting for that War Dove was. It was a little out of the way, but this War Pigeon had, that was disgusting. That War Pigeon had consistency. That War Pigeon had a lot more fade than I expected it to. Off to the left a little more than I'd like to, but overall it was still a great shot. All right, hole two's a little straighter. We got right behind that tree right there, about 220. I'm gonna have to try and keep it low. I'm gonna go ahead and try and throw this putter blend War Dove and see if I can get it to just kind of skip around the bottom side of that tree. Really like that line. It's not gonna quite get there. I didn't give it quite enough juice. I also really want to try throwing a little anhyzer line right here, giving it a good big wraparound. See if this can really be like manipulated a lot. Good angle. Wind's kind of pushing it down a little bit. That held that really nicely. Didn't quite get it there again, but it is definitely a manipulatable disc. Held the anhyzer really well, but it had this ability to let it kind of glide out towards the basket. I'm gonna throw this War Pigeon about as hard as I can and see if I can get it onto the basket. Turn it over a little bit again. It really needed more air than that. Basket height though. Now, if you guys would like to buy your own Premier disc, I will leave the website in the description below. I think anyone who likes a good P2 or a P3X will absolutely love these discs. They have a fantastic plastic blend, nice and soft in the summer, and gets a little bit stiffer in the winter like I'm throwing right now, but it still holds true to its natural flight characteristics. I would also like to mention I did order these myself. They were nice enough to send me the putter blend War Dove themselves, so thank you very much for your discs. If you guys would like to support them, I'll have the website in the description below. Please go check them out because they were very nice to me when I decided to order my discs. I also don't typically putt with like P2-esque putters, so this is a little bit out of my league, and it is also cold as balls out right now, so that might explain a little bit of my putting habits right now. I also don't play disc golf as much in the winter, and I'm getting back into the YouTube thing right now, so that wasn't bad. Much better. Let's give you guys a little look at the profile of these. First of all, we got the War Dove. It's got this nice little bead on the bottom. I think it's actually very representative of the P3X that Discmania just dropped in their recent mystery boxes. It feels very similar and maybe a tad bit stiffer. It is a glow plastic, but it doesn't glow quite as well as the Discmania glow does, and I don't think the Discmania glows very well. But yeah, beautiful little bead, and it flies very true. As for the War Dove, you're gonna compare this to like an alpaca or something along the lines where it has this slightly higher shoulder but a very straight line down below. And overall, this is a very stiff blend, this putter blend, but it feels like a money run P2s. All right, hole 3, dead straight, a little bit to the right. I'll probably give it a little bit of Anheuser, or I'm gonna run this hyzer gap if I can get it through the trees. Start with a turnover with the putter blend. Oh, on the ground. That would have been great if I gave it any height. I'm gonna run it back with the what is this, like the S line or Dove. Better. That's not gonna stop turning over. Okay, we're pigeon. Throwing this on a hyzer. Missed my line. Rode a lot straighter than I expected it to. I'd love to see what the putting stability and the glide is like on this disc. It's rated at 2301, which I'm not a big guy at flight numbers, so I don't really care about saying those things. But I kind of expect it to be a little glidey. It's definitely deeper than the putters I putt with, so. A lot of wobble, and I didn't really give it the mustard on the bread, but it definitely was stable and it definitely had glide. Now the next one is just a pretty standard hyzer. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw it and give it a nice big Anheuser and try to really get like a max distance throw. We got 400 feet to the next basket. Might actually throw a little hyzer at it too, a little hyzer bomb or Dove. Well, I threw that about as poorly as I could have thrown that line, but that was 330 on Anheuser, so I'd love to try this war pigeon on the Anheuser as well. Go in. Maybe that isn't 400, because that went about 25 past. I'm gonna just throw a line drive with the last war Dove. Held nice and flat, a little bit of rightward turn. Stalled out a little bit. Didn't give it quite as much juice, but I mean, that flew nice and straight. My overall personal review of these discs, I really like the plastic. In my opinion, this is some of the best plastic I've felt for a premium disc. And even the baseline disc, the baseline is nice and stiff. The baseline putter has a nice firm feel to it. And the plastic is not slick by any means. It has a nice amount of tack to it. And the premium discs feel like the classic gummy Champion that I felt in the past, but a little bit smoother, I would say. All right, tap out this last hole right here. Little 25 footer, brief headwind. Wow, I just can't get up today. Wow, these baskets suck. Wow, I'm throwing so high today. That's a lot of problems. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please feel free to like and subscribe. I'm on my journey to 250 subscribers right now, which I will be doing a giveaway. I don't know what the giveaway is yet, but I'm going to be doing one, so be here for it. Anyway, that's all I have for you. Check out Premier Disc in the comments down below, and I'll see you when I see you.